Now, if I was going to lean in even more, I would say just pick one of the three and then exclude the other ones. Just master a puddle. Just be queen of a puddle. And then you can be queen of a pond, and then queen of a lake, and then queen of a bay, and then queen of an ocean, right? Like, but you got to start with the puddle because you're like half in, half out between different ones.
Figuring out what's my thing that I'm really, really good at and like spend a lot of time on and perfecting that.
Don't even think the thing that you're really good at, because you might not be that good at anything right now. And I'm not saying that as that's not a rat. I'm just saying like, that's not a dig. I'm saying do the one that you forget about time while you're doing it, and then you will become excellent. Because you'll be able to actually keep working. Like, you have to solve for what is the thing that I can work the most, like this amount of work is required to get where you want to go, right? To be exceptional. And so then what you solve for is how can I find something that I don't mind doing this much work of? But this much work is required no matter what. And if you do this much work, whether you're learning to be the best plumber or the best architect or the best whatever weight loss coach, that like if you can do that and forget about time, you'll win. When I started on YouTube, I told the guy that was editing my thing, I said, listen, I'll do 3 videos a week for 10 years. I was like, and then we'll measure whether it worked or not. He's like, I've literally never had anyone say that. So like, what now is just like, you need a perspective shift.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, and thank you so much for the answer.
Joe, what's up, man?
How are you doing, Alex? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Awesome. My name's Joe. I'm in the gym space. I'm in the brick and mortar gym space, the space you move.
I know some stuff about it.
I know some stuff about it. And I'm one of those guys who read Gym Launch a couple years too late. I'm a little older, so I made all the mistakes you talked about. When I read the book, I felt like I was reading deja vu. I was like, oh my God, all these things happened to me. So my question to you is, me and my business partner, Dan, are launching a series of semi-private personal training studios. We're still in that space, and we're launching one shortly. And so using the $100 million leads book that's coming out and some of the stuff from Gym Launch and $100 million offers, what would you do to launch a gym? Our plan every 6 months for the next few years, until we get a number that we're happy with and we keep moving forward.
My preference, my preferred model is one of two. Right now, you're already doing one of them, so I won't even get into the other one. But I love the semi-private model. I love that like $300, $400 a month price point, 2 to 3 times a week. I like going after avatars that have a little bit more money, specifically, because for them, they're not gonna not pay during the holidays. You know what I mean? Like for them, they're not gonna be like, breaking the bank over $300. And the nice thing, and I think this is I got this from Rick Mayo of Alloy. That model allows you to get to about $500,000-$600,000 a year with 1,200 square feet, 1,400 square feet, like super small footprint, and a single manager who's got maybe 10-20% profit share, maybe like 40-50K base, and 2 helpers, right? So it's a very simple, lean model, 1 on 6, 1 on 8, depending on how you want to do it. And all you have to do is get to 120-ish at the location, and it's usually 50% margin. I mean, I have over time simplified the model so that there's just so little operational complexity so that you can scale. And because are you familiar with Dunbar's number?
Yeah.
So the reason I like this model is that like most micro gyms cap at 120 to 150, and it's because the systems required to purposely manufacture human connection becomes significantly more complex as you cross that barrier, right? And so rather than create this very, very complex machine to make it run at 600, service-based members, I'd rather just have a model that runs very profitably at 120 to 150 members. And so lead gen perspective, number 1 is that I would do a 3-month pre-launch. Number 2 is that I would disproportionately spend on the launch. So I would put like 30 grand into the pre-sales, and I would open at full capacity. The best gym franchises know how to pre-sell so that they are in the black in the first month. And like every time I opened a new location, like it was the first location was the one that I didn't learn. I learned the lesson on my first one because I thought I was trying to get it open as fast as possible so I could make money. But with everyone after that, I tried to do pre-sales as long as possible so I could make all this money and not have to pay any expenses. And so that way you can also focus too, because you can just sell for 3 months, do nothing but work leads and close contracts. And then after that, I'm sure what's your churn right now?